Hey folks, it's Jim, it's Julie, it's episode 248 of Geeking Out. We are 2 weeks away from a very, very special episode 250, which we're still not entirely sure what we're gonna do. But, well...
We've got 2 weeks.
We got 2 weeks. Yes, well, I'm sure I could pull off a $1 million special effects extravaganza by then.
Exactly.
Yes.
No concerns for me.
Nope. Alright, so we've got 8 comic books to get to today, and let's start off with the very underwhelming Superman Unchained.
So you can be overwhelmed and you can be underwhelmed,
Yeah.
but why can't you just ever be whelmed?
I don't know.
It just baffles me.
Yeah,
Anyways,
me too.
So, I'd say this is Superman Unchained #1, and in this book, we start off with Superman saving the world from falling space debris.
You know, because he's Superman.
Exactly.
That's what he does.
And space stations, and the space station has been infected by malware and is now attacking everybody.
Damn you, Microsoft!
Damn you, Lex.
And Microsoft.
I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm not terribly fond of this book. I liked the art.
There
I felt like it worked.
are a lot of mistakes in this book.
They made a stylistic choice in the first couple of pages with this.
Yeah.
So this is a 4-page fold out. It folds out and up, and I'm not very fond of it because they've used a sticky glue. All of the pages have been marked, and when they glued it into the book, they actually glued over some of the word bubbles, and I felt like they could have planned better for this and left a border so that they had a space to glue.
Yeah. It just looks ugly, and it just
I'm not,
ruins the aesthetic of the book, I think.
Yeah, I'm not very fond.
Yeah.
That said, the art was nice. I liked that everybody was very easily distinguished. You could look at the book and say, this is Lois Lane, this is Jimmy Olsen, and know for certain that you had your characters right, which is nice. I like that.
Though I will say, from following Jim Lee's career a bit, this does look like he kind of rushed it a tiny bit. But
I'll have to take your word on it. I'm not familiar with his career. I enjoyed the art. I just didn't feel
no, it's still enjoyable. It's
it
felt like he rushed it a bit, that's all.
I didn't feel terribly captivated by the story. But I'm planning on picking up or checking out the next couple of them, and I'll let you know how that goes. But
Alright.
That said, pick it up now while you still can if you think that you'll probably be interested.
Alright, so next up we have a webcomics collection from Angry Viking Press. It's Evil Diva, Volume 1. And in this one, Diva Beazle is your average 15-year-old girl who loves cute dresses and being sweet. Problem is, Diva is a devil.
But that's sad.
But she's also a devil with a goodness problem that now with the help of a magic scepter, Diva can be the good girl she wants to be, but only on weekends.
Only on weekends.
Only on weekends. Alright.
Interesting premise.
Alright, this book is a lot of fun. For the price you're paying, you get a really nice 100-plus page graphic novel and collection of the webcomic, which you can check out the link below us and check out the book, because it's a lot of fun. You got some really interesting and fun characters here. I can't help but love her pet dog, Cerberus Maximus. He is hilarious and so damn cute.
Very adorable. And
just seeing the pages with the darn dog just had me giggling out loud, and I enjoyed it a lot. Sad thing is, this book is not selling too well, so do yourselves a favor. Go out, pick this book up, or order it from Diamond and Angry Viking Press, because quite frankly, I really enjoyed this, and books like this don't get enough press, so do yourself a favor, check this one out, it's a lot of fun.
Alright. Book 2 of 4 in my DC week is The Dark Knight Annual #1. And in this, it is Halloween. And the Penguin has received a... Oh, sorry. The Mad Hatter has received a note from Oswald the Penguin to meet him at the orphanage where the Scarecrow grew up. The Scarecrow grew up, sorry. But neither of them were expecting that the other sent the note.
Yep.
Things get a little more interesting and the plot thickens when Scarecrow shows up, claiming that Oswald Cobblepot and the Mad Hatter sent him a note asking him to meet them. And we proceed to watch them...
Go a little nutso.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
A little crazy.
Yep.
I liked it. I really...
I love the twist ending.
Yes.
That was great.
There's a really fantastic twist at the end. That
Not gonna spoil, but
no.
It's great.
It's definitely worth the money if you're a Batman fan at all. Even if you haven't been following The Dark Knight, this doesn't really tie in. It does a good job of standing alone, and it's just so much fun. So, go out, pick up The Dark Knight Annual #1, because you will not regret it.
Alright, next up we have another Empowered special. It's Empowered Animal Style. And in this one, can Empowered foil a mass carjacking by animal armored crime bots at the 21st Annual Alternate Timeline Superhero Auto Show?
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. But another hilarious Empowered book. If you're a fan of Empowered, of course you're going to pick this one up. It's a lot of fun, and seeing superhero books done like this is always a fun thing to do, because, quite frankly, I think we all need an alternate timeline auto show.
Yes.
Because just the way they go about the show, how photography works at this show and everything is hilarious.
How could you possibly not need one?
Yes. So there's a lot of in-jokes in here, and there's a lot of like topical / ancient type style humor, which I actually found pretty hilarious. So if you're an Empowered fan, check this one out. Or if you're a superhero fan looking for something a little different, also check this one out. It's also a lot of fun.
Alrighty. Book 3 is Masters of the Universe #1, Origin of Hordak. And the Horde planet has experienced genocide. Well, almost genocide. Almost double genocide. But it's still only almost.
Double genocide? That's...
Yeah.
No, that's not...
So basically, the good side brought 1 million troops to the Horde planet to fight, and the Horde was, well, the Horde.
Nerd.
And they have decimated each other, with the exception of Hordak and Zordak. And now it's a battle, and only one of them can survive. So, I know nothing at all about Masters of the Universe. I'm going to lay that one out on the table right now. And
Well, Hordak was kind of an evil villain, like Skeletor.
Yes, I figured that one out by, you know, his menacing face and way of speech.
Yes.
And the menacing lettering.
Yes.
It was fun. It was a fun, cute little book. I enjoyed it.
It's actually interesting to see Keith Giffen actually doing artwork again on comics, so...
Oh, yeah?
I enjoyed that, because you don't see him doing too much nowadays. So I enjoyed that, but as a sort of He-Man fan, I was like, really? This is the origin of Hordak? It's pretty damn dark.
Yep. Well, what do you expect for an evil demigod?
Kinda, yeah.
It's gotta be pretty dark.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I enjoyed it, and I know nothing about Masters of the Universe or He-Man, so if you're a fan of either or both, or if you're just looking for an interesting one-shot read, check it out.
Alright, next up we have Aspens Bubble Gun #1. And in this one, sisters Molly and Devon and their teammates are a confident team of mercenaries that take on the most formidable jobs, but when one job's package turns out to be more than they bargained for, it rattles the group to the core. And Really, I can't say too much about this book because it kind of bored me.
Oh.
The art's nice here.
I enjoyed the art, and I enjoyed all of the very bright colors.
Yes, it's very, very bright. And the character of Molly, she uses a bubble gun, which basically shoots out bubble gum and sticks people to the walls. So, yeah, it's a bubble gun. So,
I was expecting bubbles, like, you know, not bubble gum.
Nope.
Soap bubbles.
No, it's bubble gum.
A bubble gum?
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome.
Artwork-wise, it reminds me a little bit in some panels of Joe Maduria's art, which is okay. I enjoy Joe's work, but then it also tries a little too hard to ape the style and does not work as well in some points. Story-wise, it's kind of redundant to me, and it bored me. And I want to get into this book and see the characters and everything develop, but it really did not focus on that, and it really kind of wrecked the book for me. So I can't highly recommend it, but for $1, it's at least worth trying out. So
it's worth looking at the pretty colors.
And the bubble gum gun.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe use like more.
Alright guys, the final installment in my DC week is Batman number 21, titled 0 Year. And in this book, we go back to the very beginning. So Bruce has gotten all of his training.
So Bruce has just been born.
No.
His first words are, "I'm the Batman."
Batman has just been born. Bruce has been alive for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So we're going 6 years into the past, and Bruce Wayne has just secretly returned to Gotham City, and to Alfred Pennyworth, of course.
Yep.
To be the Batman. And we get the opportunity in this book to watch the debate between Bruce and Alfred over Batman and the existence of Bruce. It wasn't a terribly action-packed book, but I enjoyed the art. And
I thought it was more focused on story than anything than action. Yeah.
This book is about telling you story. It's setting up the story so that we can have the action later.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. This is going to be a storyline that runs for a while with Batman.
Yeah.
So make sure that you get it while you have the nice shiny super gloss cover, and go out and pick it up because it's Batman, and how can you say no to Batman?
I can.
But how?
Easily. You just go, "No, Batman."
But then Batman would be all like, "Here's a smoke pellet in the face." Yeah, the answer is yes.
Fine then. Alright. And last up for me this week is Macabre, or Macabre, or however you want to pronounce it.
Tomatoes, right?
Yes, exactly. And in this one, we join our host, Charlie, as she shares several horrifyingly comedic tales that harken back to horror comics of days gone by.
With a bit more of an adult twist.
With a bit more of an adult twist. Yes, there is quite a bit of nudity in this book, but it's actually pretty damn funny. I will say that at least the third story, the final story in this one, had me laughing my butt off. It is just hilarious. Not to ruin it too much, but these guys get attacked by zombies on a beach on the anniversary of the sinking of the zombie ship. But the zombies go to the wrong beach and attack the wrong place.
Inept zombies.
Yeah, inept zombies. So the victims, who are right now bleeding and everything, make fun of the zombies. And I just had a good laugh at that. I thought it was hilarious. Richard Moore's art, as always, is simply gorgeous to look at. Yeah, I will say that it might offend some people, but
it's a non-offensive pinup style that includes a lot of nudity.
Yeah, there is that. But I can see why it might offend some. But did not offend me, and I don't think it offended Julie too much.
I wasn't offended, I just felt as though the nudity was superfluous.
Yeah, I will agree that a lot of it was very superfluous, and did not need to be really there in the story at all.
It didn't enhance the story.
No. But if you do want a good laugh, and you want a nice story, some good stories with some really nice
and
art.
some really nice art. It's black and white, but it's really nice.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Richard Moore is he's a really great black and white style artist. And if you're a fan of Boneyard, his previous book, then do check this one out. It is a lot of fun, and I actually had such a good time with at least the third story, which honestly is worth the price of admission alone. So check this one out. I had a lot of fun with it. Alright, so that brings us to the close of another exciting episode. We will be back next week with maybe a little preview of what's to come in episode 250. We'll see you soon.